Welcome back, Pump Jacks fans. I'm Kailey with this week's Pump Jack Profile. We're joined here by Joshua Holley. Thanks for joining us today.
It's good to be here.
So, Josh, after getting signed less than 24 hours later, you come in and you throw your first game. What was that like?
It was kind of crazy. Coach called me real late and asked me if I wanted to travel, and I said sure. So came in the fourth with the bases loaded, got out of it, and it was pretty crazy to play with the guys for the first time and being put in that situation.
And speaking of that call, exactly what time did Coach Mark call you?
It was around 11:45. We talked, and he asked me if I wanted to travel, and I said sure. And we didn't talk about if I was supposed to bring my equipment or if I'd actually be playing. So I texted him and said, do I need to bring my stuff? And he said, bring everything. So I said, all right.
So you just got your bag together, and what time were you here the next day?
I was here the next day at 11:30. He said, you're pitching today? So I said, all right. I didn't know what capacity, how many innings I'd throw or anything like that. So it was just a spur-of-the-moment thing.
Do you think that your teammates had a little bit more faith in you and kind of liked you better after your performance?
I don't know about that, but they told me great job and just keep pounding the zone and just do my thing.
What's even more impressive about your performance was that you just got done recovering from Tommy John surgery. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's a long, drawn-out process. I don't wish it upon anybody. Set out my whole junior year. Missed probably a quarter of the season at UT Tyler. Just throwing some JV games, trying to regain form. And it's really long. It's pretty bad. It's a long recovery, but everything's good now.
So do you feel that you're 100% now?
I would say I'm 100%. It's just a lot of trying to regain my control back and just building up arm strength. But, yeah, I would say everything's 100%.
Tell me about Jake Beam and how he was instrumental in getting you here for the Pump Jacks this summer.
Beam and I texted back and forth. Coach asked me if I wanted to play, and I told him yeah. And then I started texting Beam, and Beam said everything was cool. Coach was really chill. And we texted back and forth for probably 3 or 4 days, and we made it happen.
Cool. What about any superstitions that you have? Do you have any?
I don't step on the line when I go out to the pitcher's mound. I cross over the first base line or third base line, whichever side of the dugout we're in. But that's probably the only superstition I have. I really don't, there's not really a whole bunch of things that I really, scare me or anything like that. Just don't step on the line.
What's your most embarrassing baseball story?
Probably 2.5 weeks ago in regionals, runners at first and second with 1 out. A guy popped one up to me at the pitcher's mound. It wasn't high enough for the infielders to get there, so I called ball, 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 and it hit my glove and spun out. Thank goodness for the infield fly roll. The batter was out, but, yeah, it was pretty embarrassing dropping it in front of all the people.
Do you have a walkout song that you like to get pumped up to? Or
yeah, I have one. I'm going to go with Muckley Creek Water. It's by Luke Bryan. I kind of live out in the country and do a lot of hunting and all that other kind of stuff, so it kind of explains what I like to do. It's just as a hobby and do for fun.
Is there anything else that the fans should know about you?
Not really. I do like to compete. I don't go out there and just, sail through. I like to go out there and compete and let my teammates and fans know that I'm into the game, and I enjoy being out there.
Is it cool to be a Pump Jack, knowing that you're kind of from this area and you kind of seen this program over the past few years and seen the reputation that they've had? Is it cool now to wear that jersey and to call yourself one of those people?
Yeah, it's definitely cool. I've kept up with them probably the last 2 or 3 years. I've had friends who played for them and just kind of watched the program grow, and they've done really great. And when I got the call to ask if I wanted to play for the Pump Jacks, I jumped right on it and said that I'd be honored to do it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
The Pump Jacks are going to host the Victoria Generals tonight here at home. Join us for Thirsty Thursday, where you can get 50-cent drinks and dollar draft beers. Tomorrow, we light up the sky for Fireworks Friday. This has been Kailey with Pump Jacks TV.